I am a big booster of the character-soft Famicom games. They could have gotten away with just being a cheap cash-in, making on the Sanrio characters to sell copies. But character-soft games have been solid. Until now. Sanrio Cup Pon Pon Volley is probably my least favorite of the character-soft output on the Famicom. I still wouldn't say it's awful. I appreciate what they were trying to do with the game. I just think that the end product wound up not being very much fun. The concept of the game is that some characters are getting together to play Pon Pon Volley, a simplified version of volleyball. Playing the game, you've got Hello Kitty, Koropi, Tabo, and Pochako. And providing commentary for the games are Dacho no Suke and Dacho Mi. There are 3 variations of Pon Pon Volley to play. 2 of them are played on a large court divided in half, and you can play either singles or doubles there. The other version makes a 4-square court, and all 4 characters are competing at the same time against each other. In the game, the B button hits the ball, the A button jumps, and that's really all you need to know. You start your serve by hitting B because you're hitting the ball up into the air, and then after that, you knock the ball over to another player's area. The ball can hit the ground once before it's returned, but if it bounces twice, they've missed it. Or if the ball was knocked so it doesn't land inside their area, then that's a miss for the player who hit the ball last. In singles and double mode, that just means a point to the other side, while in the quad mode, all of the players other than the one who screwed up get a point. And that scoring system's actually kind of a bad idea. It means that even if you're playing well and catching up, you're also pushing some players ahead at the exact same rate. In 4-player mode, you basically have to get out in front and stay there. Otherwise, it's easy to wind up in a situation where it's impossible for you to win, because beating another player will give another player the win. You play matches to 10 points, and in singles and double mode, you can choose to play a certain number of matches. Sometimes a fairy will appear on the course, and what she'll do is catch the ball and then throw it in a random direction. She exists mainly to screw you up. As you play, you're actually earning experience points for your player, and you'll gradually unlock special moves that you can perform. When you've completed a game, you'll be prompted to keep playing with the same stats, and that's really the only way that you can unlock higher level abilities. You'll be able to do things like roll at a high speed after a ball, or charge up a super hit by holding down the B button. Sanrio Cup has a weird property for hitting the ball, where you have a huge hitbox ahead and behind you, but a very tiny hitbox above and below you. You can aim where you're going to hit the ball at by hitting up and down when you connect with the ball, but that also moves you suddenly that your vertical alignment's going to get thrown off, and you'll wind up missing the ball. It actually makes it frustrating to do anything beyond just hitting the ball back. There are 3 difficulty settings in Sanrio Cup, but I didn't really notice a difference when I was playing. The game is fairly casually paced. Even on the highest settings, the ball moves pretty slow, and typically I only missed it when I was trying to do a fancy shot, which was a lot of the time because I was trying to make a more interesting video. But if I just sat there trying to return the ball, I could have played almost indefinitely. Sanrio Cup is not a game that has a big following in Japan, and from what I was seeing, most players who do remember it consider it to be a bit dull. My feeling is the game's a bit half-baked. They've got an idea here, but they didn't put enough spin on it to make it interesting. The special moves are a good step, but you've got to play 4 or 5 consecutive matches before you've unlocked everything, and then it all goes away when you switch to another mode or turn the system off. It's a slow game that's just not very engaging. I could fiddle around in the Quattro mode, as the ball bounced back and forth between the AI opponents, and still have an easy time going after the ball when it eventually headed my way. You shouldn't be able to half pay attention to an action sports game and still play just as well. Pon Pon Volley winds up being a sport that's not worth picking up.